Well, an executive familiar to many in Canadian agriculture has been tapped to lead Saskatchewan-based crop input and fertilizer giant Nutrien. Well, host of Real Ag Radio, Sean Haney, joins us now with the latest insight. And Sean, as always, thanks for your time today. So what was the reason for this change in leadership at the company?
Hey, Janet, great to be with you here this morning. So, honestly, very surprising to a lot of people. I was just watching Bloomberg, and they were talking to some financial analysts who were essentially shocked that Chuck Magro has stepped down as the CEO of Nutrien and will be replaced by, as you mentioned, a very familiar name, Mayo Schmidt. So this is a very abrupt change, very surprising to a lot of people. No real details have been given in the company press release and the statement. Just the fact that the change will happen immediately. Mr. Magro will be around for a little bit to help in the transition. But there is a lot of talk in the financial news that this has something to do with the fact the stock price has not really gone anywhere since that acquisition of Agrium back in 2018. But that's purely speculation. Everybody kind of wondering what exactly happened here.
So, Sean, what is Mayo Schmidt's background in agriculture?
Well, from a Canadian perspective, very familiar, specifically in Western Canada. So he was the CEO of Saskatchewan Wheat Pool and their growth story, which eventually led to the acquisition of Agricore United. That company turned into Viterra, which Mr. Schmidt played a big role in leading its global growth, really ventured into places like Australia and really put Viterra on the global map. So lately he was the CEO of Hydro One in Ontario until about 2018, but he's very familiar with the industry of agriculture, and I'm sure that we'll definitely see some changes in Nutrien.
Now, what do you think we can expect from his leadership, of course?
Well, if you think back to his time at Viterra, it was all about growth and acquisition. And so I'm assuming that he'd be brought in this case, for the same sort of thing. Nutrien also obviously already has a rather formidable footprint when it comes to the ag retail space, also in the fertilizer market, but Mr. Schmidt's history has always been about cost controls, sales efficiency, and growth through acquisition. So those are things I think we can expect from Mr. Schmidt being the CEO now at Nutrien.
All right. Well, Sean, as always, thanks for your insight this morning. Host of Real Ag Radio, Sean Haney, on the phone with us. Of course, you can catch him on his show, Real Ag Radio. It airs at 4:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday on Rural Radio 147 on Sirius XM. Of course, we'll chat with Sean again here on the Market Day Report tomorrow morning.